Hey guys, so in this video we are going to talk a bit about who I think the Leafs should draft with their 15th overall pick. Now, the Leafs just traded away Kasperi Kapanen along with a couple other pieces to the Pittsburgh Penguins for their 15th overall pick, plus prospect Philip Hallander and a couple other add-ons as well. But now they have the 15th overall pick. Later today, I'm also going to post who I think the Habs should pick with their 16th overall pick, as I was originally going to do that video. But now I'm going to do one for the Leafs first, as the Leafs have the higher pick. And I did do a mock draft recently. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you check it out. It's called Post Phase 2 2020 NHL Mock Draft. If you go onto my channel, it is the first video that pops up. It has a lot of views, over 1,000 views right now. So I highly recommend checking that out. But in that video, the Penguins had the 15th overall pick. Now the Leafs had that pick. So whoever the Leafs pick will probably be different, or whoever the Leafs want to pick will probably be different, as the Leafs are a different team with different needs than the Pittsburgh Penguins. But we're going to just quickly talk a bit about a few guys who I think the Leafs should pick. Now, the first guy I'd like to talk about is Seth Jarvis. Seth Jarvis is a right wing who played for the Portland Winterhawks of the WHL, and I believe he actually had like 98 points in 55 games or something. He had a really good year, and I think he was pretty underrated, and more people were saying Connor Zary should go top 15 instead of Seth Jarvis, but now that has changed, which is good. And in my mock draft, I actually didn't have Seth Jarvis going in the top 15 because I don't think that the teams in the top 15 would need to take him, and this draft is just so deep. Seth Jarvis probably would have gone top 10 in last year's draft, and he certainly would have gone top 10 in the 2018 NHL draft, and he might have even gone top 5 or top 6 in 2017. That is how deep this draft is, but I think the Leafs would love to take him at 15. Now, obviously, there could be a guy like Anton Lundell or Jack Quinn who drops to 15, in which if either of those guys are available, I think the Leafs should take them, but I think that they're likely going to go in the top 15, and they might drop a bit, but I think it's unlikely that they drop all the way to the Leafs pick. But the Leafs have one of them available. I'm sure they would be very quick to snag them up. But this could be like last year where Cole Caulfield dropped number 15 for the Habs pick. And that could kind of be like what Anton Lundell or Jack Quinn does this year. But the number one guy I think the Leafs should pick is Seth Jarvis. Now, another guy who I think the Leafs should pick is Braden Schneider. He's a big 6'2" defenseman, and he played for the Brandon Wheat Kings of the WHL. And obviously, the Leafs need a defenseman. Braden Schneider, in my opinion, is the third best defenseman in this draft class. Now, I'd actually take him over Seth Jarvis, but I think he's likely going to be a top 14 pick. As in my mock draft, I had him going number 12 to the Florida Panthers. And another guy who I think they should take is Caden Gooley as well. Both Schneider and Gooley are pretty close in skill level and potential, and I think either one would be a great pick for Toronto, but I think Schneider is a slightly better player. Now, the Leafs do need some wingers, especially at left wing. Seth Jarvis is a right wing, but I think they might be able to switch him to left wing. And obviously, the Leafs do need some defensemen, and Braden Schneider and Caden Gooley have the potential to be solid number 3 defensemen in the NHL, so I think they would both be pretty good picks for Toronto. Now, another guy I think that they could possibly pick is Hendrix Lapierre, also Dawson Mercer, if either of them are available. Now, Dawson Mercer played for Team Canada in the World Juniors this year. He won the gold medal. Now, he was more of the number 13 forward, and he didn't play much, but he was still part of that team, and I think he can be a solid second-line forward as well, if he is still available. But if I were the Leafs, I'd actually take Seth Jarvis ahead of Dawson Mercer. But my number one guy for who I think the Leafs should take if he's available is Braden Schneider. Then I would say Seth Jarvis, then Caden Gooley, then Dawson Mercer and Hendrix Lapierre, but it's very close in that order. And I think the Leafs are likely to go with a defenseman, as they just picked up Philip Hollander, who is another solid center prospect. And they've got some pretty decent forward prospects, but on defense, they've got Morgan Riley, obviously, as their number one defenseman, and Jake Muzzin, but he is getting a bit older. You also have Rasmus Sandin, who's going to be a really good defenseman, and Timothy Liljegren. But other than those four, I don't see they have much, as they have Travis Dermott and Mikko Lehtonen. I think they are the 5 and 6 defensemen for them, but I think they could use another young defensive prospect who can jump into the NHL in 2 to 3 years. So this was a faster video, it was a shorter video, but if you have seen this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And please stay tuned on the channel today, because hopefully this afternoon I can post who I think will go number 16 to Montreal, especially if you are a fan of the Habs. You should definitely check that video out. But thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.